Hello and welcome to this tutorial on SQL. Today I've got a great tutorial on how to insert and delete columns in SQL. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run through a PowerPoint presentation explaining what commands we're going to use and then going through an example code, and then I'm going to show you with a live example in MySQL, which is the software I use for my tutorials. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is show you the code. This is it here. It's the alter table command, and the left is adding column and the right is deleting column. So we're going to use the add command and to add a column, and the drop column command, which deletes a column. So how it works is you type in alter table and then the name of the table, and then add a column, and then the column name you want for your column, and then the column type, so whether it's an integer, a date, and so on. And then for the drop column you type in alter table again, the name of the table, but it's a little bit easier this time where you just type in drop column and then the name of the column, and then always end it in a semicolon. So let's go to an example. So this is an example here which we're going to be going through. So firstly, I've created a table with ID as a primary key, and then that's incremented every time by 1, but you don't need to worry about that at the moment. I'll be doing a separate tutorial on primary keys and foreign keys at a later date, so subscribe if you really want to watch these tutorials. And then we've got a second column called initials, where we've just got the initials of random initials of people. And then that is a varchar. And then what we simply got is we're inserting values into the columns to create a sort of populated rows. So the first one is AR for analyst rising, second one is a bit more random, third one TW, fourth PT. And then the ID column will auto calculate, incrementing by 1 every time. And so then here below we've got our alter table commands. So the first one is to add a column, and the second one is to drop a column. So we simply type in alter table, the name of the table, what we're going to do, add or delete a column, and then the column name. And then with adding, we've also got to put the data type for the column as well. And then here below we've got also command drop table, which means we're deleting all of the table, so there's nothing left. And then we're going to also, we've got here is select everything, star is everything, from the table people details. So what we'll be doing is selecting different parts of this to show you how to add and delete columns and delete entire tables, as well as creating tables as well if you haven't come across that before. So let's go over to MySQL and let's zoom in. So here we have our exact copy of what you saw just a moment ago, but in MySQL. So the first thing you've got to do, let's just make sure we've got deleted the table. There we go. So first thing you've got to do is create our first table without editing, and then let's select it and make sure we've got what we're looking for. So as you can see here, the result is only 2 columns and 4 rows, but that's what I'm looking for. And with the initials here, and then the ID is the first column. So what we're going to do now is we want to add another column called job. So type in alter table, table, add job, and so on. Highlight it, execute only the selected area. The table will disappear, but when you re-select this bit, you'll see that the column has appeared. And notice that what it does when you add a column is it only adds the column. It doesn't populate any of the rows associated with the column. So when you add a column, it will just come up with the column name, and then all the rows will be null in that column. So then what you have to do then is insert values into each row with the appropriate numbers or figures or whatever you're looking to input. Next thing you want to do is delete that column job because I don't want it, and then you execute it again, highlight execute, Let's make sure it's been done. There we go, back to our original table. Brilliant. Now, finally, what we're going to do is we're going to be using the drop table command to delete the entire table. So we highlight it, execute it, and then we highlight the select and then execute that, and notice that nothing has appeared. That's because, if you can see on the bottom of the screen, it's very small writing, even for me, but basically the table no longer exists. It's been deleted from MySQL. But if you accidentally delete it, don't worry, you can always create it again. Just highlight the command create table and the insert values, and it's back up and running like so. And that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you like it, because there'll be much more on its way. Thanks very much for watching.